Chapter 17, Petunia to the rescue. Who's Petunia?
The bear.
Good. The bear came snarling down the embankment. Rising on its hind legs, it bared its teeth and bellowed out a thunderclap of a roar. Cutwater dropped the prince and was off like a greyhound. Hold Your Nose Billy, his eyes round as snowballs, went charging off into the river. He raised a great splash, and if he didn't know how to swim, he learned instantly. Jemmy had reared back, but now Betsy gave a whistle, and the bear stopped in its tracks. Good boy, Petunia. That'll do, darling. She slipped the rope back around the bear's neck, then she bent over the prince. The low-down bullies laying stripes on a boy's back. With the bear sniffing him, Prince Brat didn't move a muscle. Rein in your beast, he whispered stiffly. Oh, don't be afraid of Petunia. Gentle as a kitten he is. Here, let me tend to your poor hide. No. Give us a look. Thank you, no, the prince exclaimed. Lummy, ain't you the brave one? Must sting something dreadful. Jemmy watched the prince slowly raise himself off the mud flat. He felt a growing amazement. Prince Brat, a brave one? It didn't seem possible. But, Then was a cast iron streak of pluck. There was a cast iron streak of pluck in him. The prince moved his arms and shoulders. He winced, but then began to brush himself off. Steady your legs? Jemmy asked. Steady. You should have yelled and bellowed. That's what they wanted to hear. And humble myself, muttered the prince. You never did. Jemmy gazed at him for a thoughtful moment. Then he indicated that the two highwaymen. Listen to this sentence. Then he indicated the two highwaymen. Oh, I added that. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not a very good sentence, though. It says, Jemmy gazed at him for a thoughtful moment. So he's staring at the prince. Then he indicated the two highwaymen. So it's kind of like, it's a really odd way to say, like he glanced over where they're at, or he's making some type of body language that shows he's talking about Cutwater and Hold Your Nose Billy. Cutwater had vanished. What's vanished? Disappeared. And Hold Your Nose Billy was trying to keep from drowning. Let's be on our way. They're sure to be back after us. Not if you travel with me, said Betsy. Me and Petunia. Jemmy found the horsewhip where Hold Your Nose Billy had dropped it. Betsy and the bear had already started up the embankment, and the boys followed. Locks, whispered Jemmy. Ain't we a puckered sight, the both of us, torn up and scruffy. At least no one will take you for a prince. Not far off lay the coach on its side. Hanged if I caught sight of that steep rise off the side of the road, explained Captain Nips. Tipped us over, as you see. So where did they find Captain Nips the first time?
In the mud.
He was stuck what?
In the mud.
He was stuck in the mud. Now they find him, and he's on the side of the road, but he's tipped over. He doesn't sound like a very good driver to me.
Nope.
Either your horses need spectacles, said Betsy, or you do. What are spectacles? Glasses. Together with Petunia, they lifted and pushed and righted the coach. They piled in and were off. Betsy and her dancing bear rode inside with the prince. Jemmy decided to sit with Captain Nips to watch for the road hazards. They reached the city without further incident, except for being stopped by soldiers. The king's men were clearly looking for the vanished prince. But when the bear poked its head out the door window, the soldiers stepped back and quickly waved the coach on.